to Read Aloud's Distance Learning Style with me, Miss Crawford. I'm so excited for our book today. It is going to be a silly one. It is called I Don't Want to Be a Frog. And it's written by Dev Petty and it's illustrated by Mike Boldt. Now, before we get started, we have to take a look at our thinking jobs, our questions that we're thinking about while we're reading. I really want to zoom in close to this first question. The genre. The genre is the type of book that we're reading. Can you say that word to yourself? I'm going to say it and then you say it. My turn. Genre. Your turn. My turn. Genre. Your turn. Nice. The genre is the type of book we're reading. The two types of genres we've been talking about are fiction and nonfiction. Let's think about fiction for a minute. Think about what makes a book fiction. When you have an idea, whisper it to yourself or the person, whoever you're sitting with, or whoever the person is you're sitting with, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a really great idea. Fiction books usually are made up. You're right, they usually have characters. Oh, that's a good idea too. Fiction books are usually written like stories. Yup, that's another good one. Fiction books usually have a problem and a solution, a way to solve the problem. Nice job, you guys. Fiction books are almost always going to be written like a story. And fiction books, most of the time, are not all the way true. Sometimes there are books that are sort of true or accurate. Sometimes we call those books realistic fiction because they're kind of like real life. But fiction books usually are not true stories and are stories. Nonfiction, that's a really awesome idea. Nonfiction are usually true things. Are books written about true things or true facts. When we read nonfiction books teach us something. We're learning something from them. There's true facts in nonfiction books. Think about books like animals or books that teach us about space or the weather. Fiction books are like the book we read yesterday about the little pea who didn't like to eat candy for dinner. One, it had characters, the peas. Two, there was a problem. The pea didn't like to eat candy. Three, it had a solution. The pea ate the candy and then got to eat his dessert. Four, peas don't eat candy or talk, so that's not really real or true, right? It's kind of silly. Nice. So our thinking job today, is this book real? Is it teaching me something? Is it a nonfiction book? Is that the genre today? Or is this book a story, something made up or a little silly with characters, with a problem and a solution? What is our genre? That's what we're thinking about for our first thinking question, or our thinking job. Our second thinking job is, what is the problem? Okay, so what's going on? What is wrong? And number three, what's the solution? Yesterday we talked about that word, solution. You say that word. Nice job. The solution is the way to solve the problem. So once we figure out the problem, we have to really focus in on what's happening to fix the problem, to find the solution. You ready? All right. I Don't Want to Be a Frog. Written by Dev Petty, illustrated by Mike Boldt. I don't want to be a frog. I want to be a cat. You can't be a cat. Why not? Are you thinking in your head about that first thinking job? Is this book fiction or nonfiction? Think about it. Is this teaching us facts or is this a story? Because you're a frog. I don't like being a frog. It's too wet. Well, you can't be a cat. What do you guys think? Is this book fiction or nonfiction? Remember, prove your thinking. So don't just tell me it's fiction. Don't just tell me you think it's nonfiction. Whisper it out loud why. I think this book is nonfiction because I've just learned a fact. Or I think this book is fiction because it's written like a story. Nice. I heard somebody say, I think this is fiction because it's very silly. I heard another person say, I think this is fiction because I see a dad frog and a son frog or kid frog. I'm not sure. I see a dad frog and a kid frog, and that's not real. You're right. I agree with you. I think this book is fiction. I'm going to go ahead and circle my answer. I think this book is fiction, my friends, because it's definitely written like a story. I see characters, right? Who do you see? Yeah, dad frog, kid frog. And I also agree with the friend who said that this was silly. Do frogs talk? I didn't think so. So I think it is fiction. All right, now think in your brains, what's the problem? We're moving on to our second thinking job. What is the problem here? I want to be a rabbit. You can't be a rabbit. Why not? Look, I can hop. Sure, but where are your long ears? Besides, what's wrong with being a frog? I don't like being a frog. It's too slimy. That may be, but you can't be a rabbit. I want to be a pig. You can't be a pig. Why not? Well, most of all, because you're a frog. But also because you don't have a curly tail or eat garbage. I can eat garbage. Everyone says that until they eat garbage. Sorry, you can't be a pig. Have you figured out the problem yet? Let's think about it. Most of this book is written like they're talking, right? What do they keep saying to each other? Dad frog and son frog. Use that to help you. All right. What is the problem in this book? Whisper it out loud to yourself or tell whoever you're watching this with next to you. What is the problem? Nice job. He doesn't want to be a frog. How do you know? Yeah, he keeps shouting it. Almost every other page he says, I don't want to be a frog. You're right. It is even the title of the book. He says it right at the beginning. I don't want to be a frog. Check out this answer. The main character is a frog, but he does not want to be a frog. Great work, you guys. Remember, problem, doesn't want to be a frog. Now think about the solution. Maybe he'll turn into a prince. maybe he'll get over it. Maybe he turns into another animal. What do you think is going to happen? Make a prediction now. A prediction is when you think about what might happen. What's your prediction? Whisper it out loud to yourself. Now lock that idea in your brain and let's find out what the solution is. I want to be an owl. Of course you want to be an owl. Being an owl is the greatest thing ever. Boy, you would love being an owl. So can I be an owl then? No, of course not. Why not? 1, you don't have wings. 2, you don't look wise. 3, you can't turn your head all the way around. And 4, you are a frog. What's wrong with being a frog anyway? Too much bug eating. I see. But still, no being an owl for you. Why so glum? I don't want to be a frog. What do you want to be then? Not a frog. I want to be a cat or a rabbit or a pig or an owl. Something cute and warm. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Oh man, who is this character? That's right, he looks like a big dog or, yeah, maybe a wolf or a coyote. You're right. He looks big. I love eating cats. I love eating rabbits and pigs and owls too. And I'm pretty hungry. I might just gobble some up right now. That's terrible. Why do you think they're scared? Look at them. They're shaking. They're kind of gasping like this. What might make them scared? You're right. Maybe he thinks he'll get eaten. Now our big dog, he's saying, it's who I am. But guess the one thing I never eat. Badgers? No, I eat badgers. Lots of badgers. Frogs? Bingo. Why don't you eat frogs? Because they're just too wet and slimy and full of bugs. Oh, so it's good to be a frog? Yup. I guess you can't fight nature. We are what we are. You are a fierce hunter. And you are a wet, slimy, bug-eating, very lucky frog. You should just be happy. You're not a fly. What's wrong with being a fly? Splat! Check out Dad laughing at him. What do you think? What was the solution? How did he solve that problem? Look back at the problem. We figured out the problem was The main character is a frog, but he does not want to be a frog. What was his solution? What happened? What solved the problem? Think in your head first. What solved the problem? I think. Now whisper it out loud so I can hear you. Ooh, you're right. He did change his mind. Yeah, he was scared too. Yeah, you're saying he changed his mind. He was scared that he was going to be eaten. And what did that dog say to him? Oh, you're right. He didn't even eat frogs. So the little boy, or the frog boy was lucky, or the boy frog was lucky that he is a frog. Let's check out this answer. Whoa, you guys came up with an excellent answer. Check this out. The main character learned that being a frog was a good thing because the hungry dog won't eat him. Yeah, because the hungry dog or the coyote, the wolf character, whoever he is, doesn't like frogs. They're too slimy and they're full of bugs. All the reasons he didn't like to be a frog turned out to be a good reason to be a frog. It kept him safe. Give me a phone high five. You did such an awesome job with those thinking jobs. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice job. Wow, I'm so proud of you guys. You did such an awesome job stretching those brains today to think about the genre of our text being fiction or nonfiction. You did such an awesome job thinking about the problem and solution. I'm so proud of the hard work you guys have all been doing this week. I can't wait to see what we work on, or to see what you work on next week. Make sure next week to watch my read aloud videos first before you do writing with Miss G. We're going to change it up a little. You're going to be writing with Miss G about what you read with me. So make sure you're really listening and thinking while you're reading with me so you're ready to write with Miss G. All right. Keep on reading, my friends. Read lots and lots over the weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.